Here in my hands is the Surfola SF530, which is kind of hard for me to believe. This is a 4K action camera, which is capable of 60 frames per second, which normally the Amazon brand cameras say they do 4K, but at much lower frame rates. So this is really impressive. So the question is, does it really work and how good is it? What we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna unbox it, talk to you about some of the features and stats and that kind of stuff. Then we're gonna take it out, test it out, and see how well that 4K actually works. All right, let's see what's actually in the box. So while I am opening this, I need to tell you that this was provided for me to do this review, but with no instructions whatsoever. So they clearly said if it sucks, I could say it sucks. If it's amazing, I should say it's amazing, and left it at that. Here are the instruction manuals, kind of small print. Let's look at the accessories first before we get into the camera itself. And it's dual screen. How cool is that? Ooh, it comes with a whole pile of accessories. Let's check this out. Just to make it easier, let me move this over for the moment. Wow, look at that. Look at that. We got a Velcro strap. We got your normal housing, battery charger, USB. This is for attaching it to a pipe or handlebars, something like that. This is the waterproof back, a remote start, stop, change the functions, a couple of various kind of like GoPro style mounts. There are two adhesive mounts, one curved for like a helmet, one flat for a flat surface. Let's see, it comes with two batteries. The charger, as you can see, holds two batteries, which is nice. We can charge two at one time. The batteries themselves are fairly small. We'll see what kind of runtime we get, especially at that 60 frames per second. And it's important that you know that at 60 frames per second, the electronic image stabilization in camera doesn't function, which is kind of normal also, not unusual. It also offers an 8-time digital zoom, which is kind of a cool feature. Let's see what the camera itself looks like. Let's pull it out of the housing here. Here's the camera itself. Looks like the lens is gonna have a little bit of a fisheye look to it, but until we use it, we can't tell. Let's pull these covers off. Rear screen's a nice size, but as you can see, it doesn't use up the full surface area of the back, but both screens look like a very reasonable size. It's nice and light. Looks like it's an old USB micro. It is USB micro SD card slot. All right, there's only one thing to do. I have a really good idea how to test this thing out for the action in the 4K 60. So I'm gonna charge it up. We'll take it out tomorrow, test it out, see how it works, and then I'll come back, I'll give you that Doug score from 1 to 5, let you know what I thought of it. Let's check it out. Okay, so here we are to talk about the Surfola 4K action camera. Through my review here, I am going to flip back and forth between immediately next to each other. I have 4K 60 with the GoPro Hero 11, and I have 4K 60 with the Surfola. Tried to match up the field of view as best I can. This way you can make a comparison between the state-of-the-art camera and a really good challenger, I think. I think it looks great. It is exactly kind of what you would think. It is not the same, but at the same time of the Amazon kind of brand cameras that I've seen, it is the first one that I have seen at a reasonable point that provides 4K with image stabilization built into it, and it's a real 4K 60. It is not 4K at 12 or 4K at 30. Both of those features are worthless in terms of an action camera. You need that 4K 60 for your action footage, which I've showed you. I hope you've enjoyed that. Overall, I've really enjoyed my experience with it. Let's talk a little bit about its durability. All right, let me see if I can show you some of the wear and tear on the top here. Yeah, so this camera feels really light, kind of feels kind of fragile. It definitely bitted a couple times, as you can see, and it is still standing and is still working perfectly. I'm not sure how much of that it will take and how much protection this little case provides. I mean, obviously those are some serious scars, but in any case, you know, this isn't supposed to be competing with the durability of this GoPro 11 you're looking at, but nonetheless, it is still seems kind of sound. I have tested it hardcore. I think I already mentioned this, but I'm gonna say it again. This was provided for me to do this review, but with no instructions. So if it had sucked, I could have said it sucked, but it didn't suck. So I'm gonna give it actually a 5 out of 5 for meeting all the expectations for what it was, its stats, what it was supposed to do. I'm glad I have it. I'm gonna use it a lot because there are lots of times where I want that 4K 60 frame action camera and I am not sure that my GoPro is gonna survive the craziness that I'm doing. So it is nice to have another option. Or if you're just getting into action cameras, what a great place to start. In any case, I am Doug from Doug and Nikki. I hope this was helpful and we'll see you next time.